What if I told you there's a place so haunted, so consumed by pain, violence, and death, that even ghost hunters refuse to stay the full night? This isn't a storybook horror tale. This is real. Welcome to the Ohio State Reformatory, one of the most terrifying prisons in America. A place where tortured souls still walk the cell blocks and where the night never seems to end. This is why no one survives a night here. Located in Mansfield, Ohio, the Ohio State Reformatory opened its gates in 1896. Meant to be a place of reform for young, first-time offenders, it quickly turned into a house of nightmares. There's a room in the reformatory known simply as the chair room. No one knows its true purpose. Just a broken wooden chair in the center, surrounded by mold and dust. Paranormal teams who've entered say the door slams shut behind them. And then, the air gets thick. Like something is watching. People report sudden migraines, bloody noses, and voices. One visitor said the walls whispered his name over and over. Another was found passed out on the floor, muttering, "She's in the walls. She's in the walls." A psychic once entered the room and refused to return, saying she felt a force trying to crush her chest. Her final words about the experience: "That room doesn't want you to leave alive." Tour guides now warn people, if you go inside, don't sit in the chair. No one who has ever felt the same again. In the decades, over 200,000 inmates passed through its rusting iron bars. And not all of them left alive. The reformatory became infamous for overcrowding, rampant abuse, and brutal punishments. Guards were known to beat prisoners bloody. Solitary confinement was a coffin-sized cell, dark, freezing, and full of rats. Some men went insane in those cells. Others simply disappeared. Over 200 confirmed deaths occurred within these walls. But many believe the true number is far higher. Murders, suicides, deadly riots. A guard was beaten to death by inmates. A prisoner set himself on fire in his cell. And then there's the legend of Cell 13. A prisoner was locked inside, and when the guards opened the door the next day, he was ripped apart, his face twisted in terror. No one knows what happened, but no prisoner ever wanted Cell 13 again. The prison officially closed in 1990, but that didn't stop the activity. Paranormal investigators began reporting chilling whispers, disembodied screams, and sudden temperature drops. Doors slam on their own. Shadows crawl across walls. And visitors often say they feel watched even when they're completely alone. One former guard refuses to speak publicly about what he saw. He simply says, "There's something in that building, and it knows you're there." Paranormal teams have documented specific ghosts believed to haunt the prison. The warden's wife, Helen, died mysteriously after a handgun accidentally discharged. Her perfume can still be smelled in her old quarters. Inmate Johnny, who hanged himself in the shower. People hear gurgling sounds and feel invisible hands around their throats. And then there's the man in the basement. A tall, dark figure with glowing eyes known to growl when people get too close. Many leave the building screaming. A few claim something followed them home. Countless teams have tried to spend the entire night inside the reformatory. Most leave before dawn. Some report seeing phantoms pacing the catwalks, cell doors slamming shut, and unseen forces shoving him violently. There's footage of a cameraman being scratched in real time, his back bleeding through his shirt. Others report extreme nausea, nosebleeds, or hallucinations. And it's not just your imagination. Even hardened skeptics have run out, pale and shaking. One paranormal expert said, "I've been to hundreds of haunted places, but the Ohio State Reformatory is the only place I truly feared for my life." So, do you believe in ghosts? Or are you brave enough to spend just one night inside the Ohio State Reformatory? Just remember, not everyone makes it out. If you enjoyed this chilling journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more haunted horrors every week. And tell us in the comments, would you survive a night in Cell 13?